Hi guys! Okay, so I am here with a craft haul video and yeah, this is a fabulous one. It's just stamps, but yeah, there were some really cool ones. Myself and Steve previously went away for a week to a haven camp in North Wales, in Prestatyn, called Presthaven Sands. And yeah, it was brilliant. And then we had a day trip into Rill whilst we were there and found a charity shop. Yeah, and I got some really good goodies. Yeah, but first of all, honestly, I have to talk about this. I could have asked, well, I very nearly did, but it's not like me to be shy, but yeah, I didn't want to. But this came with Steve's scampi on the first night in the restaurant, and it says the daily catch. According to this, it was printed on Tuesday, 9th of April 2019. It cost 35p, and then there are loads of interesting facts about fish and chips, and there's even a recipe for fish and chip ice cream, bacon and egg ice cream. Well, not recipes, but they tell you about them. It's like what sausage and mash ice cream cones, red hot chili pepper ice cream, Brussels sprout ice cream. There's a word search. How many fish and chip words can you find? And then on the back is plain. But yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, I so need to ask them for a bundle of these. And I should have done really, because when we went it was the last week of them being open. So if I'd have asked, they probably would have given me a bundle of them. But yeah, I chickened out. One of these days I will ask. So it's produced in the UK using natural grease-proof paper, 100% recyclable. But yeah, I just thought it were really cool. It's just literally grease-proof paper, but it just came with the scampi. He had scampi and chips, and it was literally just kind of on the plate, and the dishes with the scampi and the chips were on top. So of course, naturally, I had to keep it. Yeah, we'll not bother with that. Suspected spam, thank you. Yeah, so I had to put that to one side. So that came home. Like I said, I wish I'd have asked for some now. But yeah, so, and then as I said, we went gallivanting and got all sorts of different things, but then we found a charity shop. And in this charity shop, they had massive boxes full of craft bundles and stuff like that, but the only really thing that took my fancy was stamps. I actually sat on the floor for about 10 minutes rooting through this huge box of stamps because it was on the bottom shelf and I couldn't bend down properly, so I just sat on the floor with the box between my legs going through everything. Little pile of stamps next to me on the floor. It were funny, but these stamps were all 50p each. I mean, come on guys, 50p each. Even this bag that's got quite a few in there was 50p for the whole bag. And it's because I was like, oh, this is in a bag, but it says 50p each. And she's like, oh, if it's in a bag, because there were loads of different stamps in bags as well, like similar bundles, but not to my liking. I had a look through them, and she's like, oh, if they're in a bag like that, then the bag's 50p, not the stamps. And I'm like, oh my god, okay, well, it's a shame the others didn't take my fancy as well. So we'll go through that in a minute, but these just fit together on this tray here like a jigsaw puzzle, which is fabulous. And some of them have prices on prior to me buying them from the charity shop. If you can hear the noise in the background, well, two noises. The kittens are running riot. My daughter, I'll get to that in a minute, but my daughter got me 2 kittens for my birthday, and in the background behind me the bin men have just arrived. Yeah, so anyway, we have this one. I love this one. It says Drama Queen on it, but yeah, it's just unusual, quirky and cool. I love it. And it's Dolly Mamas by Joey Ink. So yeah, pretty cool. Drama Queen. Made in the USA, but I just thought that was something a little bit different. Not necessarily for journals, but every now and then I've started making cards now. Just for family. I'm not making them to sell, it is just for family. But yeah, so, and then I got this, which I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be, to be honest. But I like it. I just thought, you know, it'd be cool as a little banner or something on the side of a page, and put other stamps in there. Yeah, pretty cool actually. And this says Dynami Design 2004, so it's like 20-year-old is this stamp. There you go. Wow. In Kent. Oh, that's America, I think. Is that Washington, WA maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's the make of this one. And it's cool. Really cool. So it doesn't really say what it is supposed to be, but I like it. Again, for a card or for a journal. And then, speaking of career making cards, got this lovely tree. Yeah, it's a Christmas tree, but it's also just a tree. And I actually really like it. And at 50p, come on, look at the size of it. It's bigger than my hand, nearly. But yeah, so pretty cool. Oh, it's coming undone a bit there. Oh, and this one is, Creative Expressions. Cool. Okay, so if you maybe want to have a look for it, the code on it is HH638K. Don't know if they'll still be doing it, but there's no date on it. But yeah, that's coming a bit undone there, but I'll just glue that back on, no problem. Then I got this one. I love this one. It is literally just a plain, simple, huge label, really. But yeah, I love this. I've got a Tim Holtz die set that kind of has these raggedy edges like this when you cut them out, but I really love this one, so yeah, I thought it might go quite well with the stamp set. 2003 Sugarloaf products, and it is a Do Crafts or Dough Crafts, some people pronounce it differently. Yeah, so I've had quite a lot of different products off them in the past. They've all been great. Then I got this one, which I thought would be good for just in general, you know, on journals, cards, that sort of thing. But I thought it would be good for my stitching project, which I will get back to. Oh my goodness, I really need to get back to that. But yeah, so I got that one, and apparently it used to be $2.99 wherever it was last labelled, and it is Vanitas or Anita's. I think that's actually supposed to be Anita. Yeah, Anita's. I think that's just a mucky mark there that made it look like a V. But yeah, so that's that one. Never heard of that one before, but pretty cool. But yeah, nice simple design, good for watercolouring as well, or like I do, colouring with the inks. And then I have to get this one. This is like a gingham check or plaid. There is a slight difference between the two apparently, but I never know what. This is a Hero Arts one, and use shadow ink on this design to create a background for card making. Stamp other designs on top. 2002. Wow, so it's like 22-year-old is this stamp. Crazy. Crazy. But yeah, so I really liked this one, and it is plaid background block. I don't know if they'll still be doing it after all this time. Can you see that? Maybe not. I can barely see it, and I've got my glasses on. Anyway. So yeah, that is a Hero Arts stamp. And then of course we've got to have the butterflies. We've just got to. And yeah, someone's used this with glitter or embossing powder. But yeah, that is just super cool. I love that. Beautiful design. And I've got to have the butterflies. And creativestamping.co.uk, that one. Cool. And I'm not sure if that tallies up with the actual stamp or if that's just a sticker that someone's put on, but maybe that's your reference or code for it. But yeah, so I love that one. Nice and big. And then I had to have this one because, I mean, how cute is that? Like, seriously, it's so adorable. Little girly at the beach with curly hair. So you've got a JB3F on there, and that is literally all it says. There's no brand on it or anything, so I don't know where this came from. Well, for me it come from charity shop, but I don't know where it originated from, and it looks pretty new. It looks like it's not really been used. But yeah, so that is cool. So I've got 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 stamps there. And then these, oh wow, there are some really cool stamps in here. These are red rubber stamps that aren't mounted. So this one is obviously just a tree branch. It says Super Stamp Online, Newcastle upon Tyne. I don't know if that is where it's come from. But yeah, so it's a tree branch as it illustrates there. And then these don't have pictures, but this is, I think, fireworks or palm trees. I can't really make my mind up on this one. I mean, I'll know if I stamp it, but I'm not going to go through that today. And then there's this one, which is beautiful, and it goes that way. Maybe, does it? No. That way. And it's a dragonfly, and 2 dragonflies with some music background. So that's going to be really cool to use. And then there is this one, which is just a nice textured one. This one might actually be really good on the jelly plate. You know, as well as just a stamp, it would probably be really good on a jelly plate because of the texture in it. But yeah, so we've just got this, and obviously I've no idea where these have come from because they're all unmounted. Then this one, we've got keys with text in the background, so different key designs. Like I said, with text in the background, so that's pretty cool. This one, no, I figured this one out before. I think it's this way, and there's butterflies on this here, and then they are some kind of birds. Not quite sure what, but I think they are some kind of birds. So I'll have to actually stamp that one to try to see, maybe a little butterfly there as well. But yeah, I'm thinking they're some kind of birds maybe, because that could be like the plumage there, and that looks like another one. It could all be one, I don't know, but yeah, very strange but cool. And then we have this one, which I'm not sure what this is. I mean, it could be a roller coaster maybe, or it could just be a background scene. Again, won't know until we stamp it, but I will save that for another video. And then last but not least, we have this one, which is a frog in a chair watching TV. Pretty cool. Pretty cool and cute. But yeah, so I couldn't believe it. That whole pack of stamps were 50p. It's like, what on earth? Yes. So it had to be bought. Now, I don't know if I will mount these. I mean, it will probably be easier if I did, but I need something to mount them on. So maybe buy some cheap acrylic blocks or something. But yeah, so as I said, we will save those for another video. So there's what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 stamps alone in there for 50p. What? And as I said, some of these will make absolutely gorgeous backgrounds for journals, like that one and this one. And yeah, so, and then this one I think will get put with the jelly printing stuff, because I think that's going to look awesome. I will stamp it as a stamp first, but then we'll see it. But I think that'll look awesome on the jelly plate as a bit of texture. So yeah, so we got, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, so 16 stamps altogether, and a free piece of tissue paper. That's the one. Couldn't think of it then. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. As I said, I've got numerous other things, but they weren't charity shop hauls or even craft hauls. It was just shopping in general. Bits for the house, that sort of thing. Yeah, and we'll get back to it now. As I mentioned, my daughter bought me 2 kittens for my birthday. As a belated birthday present. My birthday was on the 19th, not the 9th, 19th of October, and it is now the 15th of November. Myself and Steve went away last week, and we came back on the 8th. We went Monday to Friday, and we came back on the 8th of November, the day before my daughter's birthday. And yes, on the Thursday that we was away, so the 7th, she rung all excited, and she's like, oh, I've got a belated birthday present for you, blah, 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 but you're going to have to come and pick it up tomorrow, and yeah, you need, like, I was quizzing her, and I'm like, right, where am I going to put this stuff? She's like, well, there's 2 of them, but they come as one. They'll cost you a bit of money, but not too much. I've got 2 and you absolutely love them. I'm like, oh my goodness, what on earth is she on about? She's like, yeah, she said, only problem is we've got to keep them here tonight, obviously, because you're not back till tomorrow, and I'm not going to get any sleep because I'm going to be up playing with them all night. I'm like, what on earth has she got? I'm like, right. She's like, do you want to know? And part of me is like, yeah, I do. But then I'm like, no, I'll wait until we come back and we'll see. Well, anyway, Thursday night got the better of me, and I rung her, and I'm like, right, just show me what on earth have you got? Well, she sent me a message saying, presents received or something, presents picked up. I'm like, right. We finished in the arcade and bingo and that sort of thing, and we went back to the caravan, and I rung her, and I'm like, right, show me. I just need to know, show me. And it was 2 little kittens, and they are absolutely freaking gorgeous. They are approximately 16 weeks old. 17 now, because we've had them a week. A week today, actually. Yeah, and they are absolutely adorable. Yeah, they've come from her friend, and her friend's mum had a cat, a female cat, but then her friend's mum sadly passed away, so her friend took on her mum's cat, obviously, you know, like, well, it was mum, so we'll take it in. Not long after taking it in, realised the cat was pregnant, and, you know, the cat was stressed after all the move anyway. It sounds to me like she was a bit of an older cat, stressed out with the move and everything. Had these 2 baby kittens. She only had 2, these 2. She had these 2 baby kittens, and then sadly 2 weeks after having the kittens, the mummy cat passed away, which was very sad. So, you know, her friend who'd taken on the mum cat said, no problem, you know, we'll keep the kitties. But like my daughter, she has a young child in the house, a young baby, and the kittens have been causing the baby severe allergies. Unlike my daughter's little girl, she's fine with cats. But yeah, this family were struggling because obviously the kittens, although they wanted to keep them because they'd pretty much hand-reared them, and again it was a link to her mum, they had to rehome them as quick as they could because they were just causing the baby too many health issues. So my daughter's like, I know the exact place, perfect, literally perfect home that they can go to where they will be loved and well looked after. So she went and got them off her friend, and they've come to live with us. So we now have 5 cats, 3 adult-ish cats and 2 little kitty cats. I would show you, but they're currently running around in the living room. We have named, it's a male and a female. Normally I'd prefer male kittens, or male cats, but obviously didn't get a say in this one. So we've called the male one, which is black and white, Percy, and the female one, Melody. The female one is absolutely spitting image of our older cat, Minxy. I mean, honestly, if anybody hadn't known better and known about Mitzi's age and the fact that she was neutered when she was a kitten, you could absolutely 100% pass Melody off as her kitten. She's just so much like her. Practically identical markings, slight differences, but wow, the resemblance is uncanny. And then Percy is black and white and he's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, Melody's gorgeous. Melody's a bit skittish. She's more of a scaredy cat at the moment. She will come to you on her terms and she's so lovable, it's unreal. But if you try to approach her, sometimes she's like, whoa, no, go away, and she'll run away from you. They have settled in perfectly. They have integrated with the other cats brilliantly. Mitzi, as always, just ignores them. You know, she's old and grumpy. She's used to kittens being around now. She's had them forced on her. But yeah, she tolerates them. She won't play with them. She won't let them near her too much. They've been nose to nose a couple of times and then she growls and they run away. But the kittens give back as good as they get. Hey, Corda. Hey, Corda Bear. The kittens give back as good as they get. And Corda's here to say hello. Yeah, so, you know, like, when they get hissed at, they hiss back. You know, if they get swiped, they swipe back. It's brilliant to watch. Normally we get kittens when they're little teeny tiny kittens, like old enough, just old enough to leave mum kittens. So it's a bit strange dealing with older kittens from the get-go. This is Corda Bear. We've had him for a while. Yeah, so it's a bit strange dealing with older kittens from the get-go, but it's fun. It has been absolutely hilarious to watch. They're fully house-trained because they've been hand-reared. They're litter-trained. They're eating fine. Yeah, so, like I said, they've integrated perfectly. Corda, this one here, as I said, we've had for a while. And then we got his nephew, Kit. No, sorry, the other way around. I already had Mitzi. We've had Mitzi from being a kitten. She's like 15, 16 year old, something like that now, 40, whatever, year old now. And then like 3 year ago, 2 or 3.5 year ago, 3 year June just gone, we got a kitten called Kit. And yeah, we had him for some time, and then 12 months after getting Kit, we got Corda. Now, Corda is Kit's nephew. His sister had Corda, and we got Corda. And yeah, and then 6-ish months after getting Corda, Kit sadly passed away. He was in a bad hit and run car accident, so we had to have him put down. Luckily I was there to see him at the end and say goodbye, and then I got my tattoo as a memorial for him because he really was my therapy cat. Kit took Corda on as his own, and he taught him all, you know, all he needs to know really on how to be a therapy cat. So Corda didn't take his place, but Corda then became the man of the house. And because Corda was only still a kitten himself, and he'd used to have been a playmate, it was a bit lonely, and he was moping and spent a lot of time crying, which, you know, people don't understand that cats have feelings too, you know. You know, they miss their partners and siblings. And to him, Kit was his, like, mummy cat sort of thing. So we then got 2 kittens together, which was Tommy and Cooper. I've shown them in videos many times. They get up in videos many times. Tommy was the ginger one. Cooper is just plain black. Corda's all black, but he's got a little white tuft under his chin. Cooper's just all black, like Kit was. And everything was fine. And then sadly, July time, August, I think it was the beginning of August, Tommy suddenly got poorly and went downhill very quickly. and passed away here in the studio in his favourite spot on the floor next to the desk in the early hours of the morning. Before we had a chance to get him to the vets that morning, we'd booked him in, I think it was like 9:15 or 9:30, and sadly he passed away on the floor in the studio in his favourite spot early hours in the morning. I think it was like 3-4 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So just recently had a tattoo to memorialise him, and then it was like, do we get another kitten, do we not? Do we get one? Do we get two? I don't really know. Do I really want one? Corda and Cooper have always been like that. Corda tolerated Tommy but didn't really take him on as his own. They played together and everything, but him and Cooper are like that. Like him and Kit was. So, but Cooper had Tommy. So when Corda had enough of him, he always had Tommy. They came together. They was from a different litter, and Tommy was 3 weeks older, but they came together within days of each other, so they'd never known anything different. And then once Tommy was no longer here, although Cooper still had Corda, Cooper started moping around and a little bit, you know, like, But Cooper has always mummied everybody. And we've got like little kitten teddies that I got for the grandkids, and Cooper carries them around everywhere with him, and I'm like, Cooper really needs his own kittens, even though he had Tommy at the time. And then it was like, after Tommy went, do we not, I don't know. And then I'm like, right, no, we're not going to get any, we'll leave it for a while, but if we do get some, if we do decide to get another one, we'll get 2 together, so that if these are older and they don't take to them as well, they've still got each other like Tommy and Cooper did. Well, it's worked. Well, obviously my daughter just went ahead and got them for us on our behalf. I did say we won't, never say never, if something comes up, then yes, we'll have them, but I'm not gonna specifically keep looking for them anymore. But then obviously these rescue kitties needed a home, so, and I'm all about the rescuing. Yeah, so that's how we ended up with those. But Cooper, as I was adamant right from the start, loves them to death. Honestly, they hadn't even been here an hour on the Friday, and Cooper was trying everything he could to play with them and lick them. They were like, meow, because they're older. But they are now best buddies. It's absolutely brilliant to see. So yeah, we now have 5 cats, guys. So at some point you will probably be seeing the kittens up on here, like the bigger cats do, because that's what my cats seem to love doing. Even Minxy gets in on the action sometimes in Corda Bear. But yeah, so Beba. Yeah, so that is about it really. There's not a lot much been going on. Since coming back off holiday, it's been more focused on the kittens, integrating them, which went perfectly. Could not have gone any better. Absolutely brilliant. And then just catching up with life, basically, after being away. Yeah, I have videos on the computer that I was supposed to edit and upload before we went away, but for some reason my editing program was driving me insane and it wouldn't do what I wanted it to in the short space of time I had to edit before we went. So it's just like, do you know what, I'll do it when I get back. So I have several videos on the computer waiting to be edited and uploaded, so that will be getting done this weekend and they'll be going up next week. A video went up on the channel yesterday that was actually filmed weeks ago, and it's a video of myself and my grandson Tate, my 5-year-old grandson Tate, doing some jelly printing, which he absolutely loved. So yeah, I have full permission from his mum to put that up on YouTube as a public video. It's been on the channel for weeks as a private video, just for family members, but she's like, right, yeah, you can make it public, it's fine. So if you want to check that out, please do. It's absolutely adorable. Alright, Minxy, calm down. Minxy, Corda, leave her alone. Yeah, they're both trying to get in the same spot. But yeah, so that video is just absolutely brilliant and so adorable. So yeah, please go and check that out. And yeah, so I will see you all very soon, hopefully. Not just in the other videos, but in future videos to come. And we will have a play session with these stamps. Just ink them up and see what we get out of them. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye!